So we're in southern Indiana now, about half an hour from Louisville, and we're gonna stay in Charlestown State Park for a couple nights while we explore some things here. So we've been in this state park before, but we've never camped here before.
Left turn, Clyde.
Yep.
Oh wait, don't do that.
Charlestown State Park was established in 1995, so it's a very young park, and was established on a part of what used to be the Indiana Army ammunition plant. The modern campground opened in 1999. Fill stations on one side, dump stations on the other. That's a very, very good planning there. A lot of times they're both together.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Campers only. So I know it's site 88. See if there's anybody here. We're here in the off season and coming in on a Sunday afternoon, so the gatehouse at the campground was unmanned, but there is a campground host on site.
Site 88, you said?
Mm-hmm. There's a loop to the right, I believe, and that's where it will be.
Site 61 to 124.
Oh, there we go. There's and it will be like, we'll have to see which way the loop goes, but it's going to be on the left across from the shower house. And check-in, check-out time is actually not until 5 on Sunday. So somebody could potentially be in our campsite, and we may just have to go do some exploring first and then come back. 86, 87, looks like it may be empty. Yep. 88, that one right there by that tree. We found our campsite. Tim is parking the trailer. You're doing a really good job too. I don't know if everybody else hates parking in a campground like this where everybody is watching you. Or if it's just us. It took us about 10 minutes to get the camper set up, and then we headed right back out again because we had a hike we wanted to do this afternoon before it got dark, and it was getting dark pretty early these days. Besides being right on the Ohio River and a former ammunition plant, Charlestown has another very unique attraction. Hey, they're playing croquet across the, that's funny.
Somebody left a smolderer.
Yeah, I saw another one over there. This must have been a whole group over here, it looks like.
Well, it could have been a troop. Guitar and music stand.
Did you see a bunch of boys?
TROUP.
Oh, you're so funny.
Music stand, guitar.
Troop. Yep, got it. We're headed back further into the park, closer to the Ohio River, to hike the Rose Island Loop Trail. The Rose Loop Trail is an easy 1-mile trail, but to get to it, you have to take rugged trail number 3. Rose Island was a turn-of-the-century, early 1900s amusement park. The story begins in 1887 when this little peninsula of land was purchased. A hotel was built called the Ferncliff Hotel, and the land was used primarily as a church camp. The camp area was called Fern Grove. In 1923, Louisville businessman David Rose purchased the land. There had been some other amusement parks built in the previous 20 years that were doing well, so he decided to build his own. He changed the name of it to Rose Island. Rose Island included a merry-go-round, Ferris wheel, a small roller coaster, cafeteria, swimming pool, even a small zoo and a miniature golf course. There was, of course, the hotel, and there were cabins for those that wanted to stay longer. Rose Island became the go-to summer destination for many people. It operated successfully for 14 years, although business had begun to decline due to the Great Depression. And then in January and February of 1937, the biggest flood in Ohio River history occurred. Much of Rose Island was destroyed beyond repair. From 1940 to 1995, Rose Island and the entire park was a small part of the 15,000-acre Indiana Army ammunition plant.
Here we go, downhill.
Point of no return. Thinking it may take us a while to get back up. Trail 3 is paved, as you can see, but what makes it so rugged is the incline. The sign up ahead warns you not to proceed if you are worried that you won't be able to make it back up the hill.
What?
Just making sure you're still back there. And that you're not grimacing too much. There's the bench, so when you think you're having a heart attack on the way back up.
Me?
I meant just the general you. I didn't mean you specifically. Still going down. How you doing, a gimpy? With your ankle?
I'm okay.
Tim may be looking at ankle surgery here in the future. I've alluded to your various injuries in the past on the videos. We've never talked about them specifically, but one of them is an ankle that he broke and had pins in when he was a teenager. And then he tried to join the service shortly after we were married. And one of the criteria for that, he passed the test with flying colors. They wanted you.
Oh, yeah.
But he had to have the pins removed.
One screw.
One screw removed. And they couldn't remove it.
Snap the head off of it.
Snap the head off of it. He said that eventually bone would grow back over it.
So they could go in and take it out by taking the bone out around it.
Yeah, there was going to be major surgery, and so that kind of put the whole kibosh on the plans we had at that time. Which sometimes things work out differently than you expected, but it's still good. But so now as you're getting older, it's causing lots of problems.
Yeah, that ankle's full of arthritis.
Yeah. So they've talked that he's getting cortisone shots right now. They've talked about a fusion.
And I've talked to people that said don't get a fusion.
Don't get a fusion. You need to stop.
Yep.
And so you've talked to somebody about surgery, ankle replacement. And that may be the direction that we go at some point. Oh, let me show how steep this hill is. It's pretty steep. Okay.
So on the sign up there, it said that they acquired this bridge in 2009.
Oh. What does that mean? Like, did they move it here?
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't see the picture of the big crane that's sitting like right where we're standing, setting the...
No, on the sign up front?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Can you imagine driving that crane down that road?
No. Oh, so there used to be a suspension bridge? Oh, right there. I see. The wooden.
Mm-hmm.
So people would park here. Look at all the cars. And pay $0.25 to walk across the suspension bridge. Or we knew people came in on the Ohio River by boat. Oh, Tim's pointing up. 1937 flood. Is that what took it out?
That's the water level of the flood.
So, but that's what destroyed it.
I believe so. I believe that's...
We'll find out. Up ahead. Vincennes Bridge Company. The bridge is singing.
You sure? I think it's more groaning.
I don't know. That's a little disconcerting. So this is 14 Mile Creek. This is part of what forms the peninsula. So this is what, on one side is 14 Mile Creek, and on the other side is the Ohio River.
How long do you think this creek is?
$135,000 visitors at the turn of the century. I mean, so that seems like a lot to me. Oh, what this is. The Indiana DNR has a great tour video of Rose Island. For a long time, they weren't sure what that feature was, but they now believe it was a water fountain, although the water wasn't coming from where people thought it was coming from. I'll link the DNR video in the description. Oh, here was the main promenade. There's the Ohio River.
Walkway of Roses.
Oh, I wonder, you think there were like rose bushes planted here? The dance hall was over there. I think that was a fireplace. Or maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe a fire pit. It's got like a thing around it.
Could have been a fountain. Yeah,
could have been.
I don't know.
Yeah. Outside.
It had the thing around it.
That all of this was the dance hall. Go over this way. Then we'll come back out and swimming pool. The first time we were here was 8 to 10 years ago. We're not sure of the exact year, but a lot of this signage wasn't here, and the pool didn't look like this. It was fenced off and much more overgrown.
The swimming pool is full of water.
Mm-hmm. That is so weird, though, to see a swimming pool like filled with rocks, soil. I was going to say, and I don't think all the signage was here when we were here before. Dining room service, morning, noon, and evening dance, a miniature zoo. No television and radio. was in its experimental stage. No gambling, no drinking. It was a wholesome family environment. So you could rent cottages for the summer. Oh, and there's the phone number.
22.
22. Number 22.
See, I told you there was no water in there.
That's okay. I didn't bring my swimming suit anyway. I never bring
The first pool of its kind.
Oh, look, there were games in it and stuff. First filtered water in the Midwest.
Oh, sorry.
You could rent a swimsuit. Okay, that's kind of, Okay. The water was really high in this part.
No, the water's the same level. The ground is low.
The ground is lower. The zoo. Oh, I see the metal frame up there. Teddy Roosevelt, Rose Island's black bear, was named in honor of Theodore Roosevelt, which is where the teddy bear came from as well. At the other end of the walkway. That's a long walkway.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that lined with roses.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll go see what this... Oh, this is where the hotel was. Ooh, look at how high the water was here. The hotel was completely flooded. So most travelers came by steamboat. Took an hour and a half to 2 hours to get here from Louisville. 4,000 passengers. Oh, and then so you could commute. They had motorboats that would ferry you if you had to come and go.
A hotel sitting up on a high foundation and with wide verandas was located near this spot. Imagine the wonderful view of the Ohio River. Now, look straight ahead at the pathway. This main pathway was visible in historic photographs. It began at the hotel and proceeded west to the other end of the park. Photos of the main trail indicated paired columns had been present on either side of the path, with a bed of gravel laid in between. This was referred to by a couple of names, including the Walkway of Roses and the Great White Way.
Okay, stand right there.
Okay.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, pan that way and show them how high we are above the river. Okay. Now look where the water level was
geez.
up there.
Wow. So this was the entrance. Those were pillars. That was where the boat landing was, right there.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture.
Oh. Okay.
Look at the stonework. How interesting.
Native stones.
But I just mean like the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Zigzag pattern that it's laid in. Oh, I was like, what are you doing? Taking a picture of the sign. So we're getting ready to cross back. Hi, we're getting ready to cross back over the bridge, which means it's time to start the climb. So you have two options. You can either go back up the paved path that is very, very steep, or take Trail 3, which is still rugged, but a little less rugged, but it's 2 miles.
Twice as long.
Twice as long. So Tim has opted for the paved path because the uneven trails.
The paved path of inclination.
Yeah, paved path of inclination. Because at least it's level and smooth and not rocking your ankle.
Yeah.
Not uneven. But let's see. After we cross the bridge, we'll see what time it is. See how long it takes us to get up to the top.
It's 4:54 right now.
Is it 4:54?
Yep.
So by the time we get over there, let's say 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 o'clock. We'll see. What is your guess?
Half hour.
Half hour? I don't know. I'm going to say 45 minutes. I love you, babe.
I love you too.
Are you ready?
No. No. Tell me again whose idea this was?
This was your idea.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was totally your idea.
Okay.
Because we've been here before, and you were like, oh, that was a cool place. Some of our viewers may not know about it.
Yeah.
And they may want to come along with us. We should show it to them.
What the heck was I thinking?
Okay, so what time was it?
5:02.
5:02.
Couple minute rest and...
So we made it up the first incline after the bridge, but there's the really steep one.
Long and steep.
There's some benches up there. There's 2 benches, one halfway and one at the top. But then Tim and I were just debating, not arguing, debating. We'll show you when we get to the top of that hill right there, because he says it levels off pretty well, just a little bit of an incline, but I think he's wrong. I'm pretty sure it keeps going up.
I know I'm
more.
wrong.
You know you're wrong. Just admit it now.
I'm wrong.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
All right. What the level of that bench. That last part was hard. Okay. It levels off.
What'd you say?
But then it goes uphill again.
Well, it's not as steep as that.
No.
Or as long.
True. Not as bad. There's the sign.
The warning sign.
Oh, the first one though. Wasn't there 2 of them?
No, that's the one that says don't go beyond here if you're got physical ailments.
Okay, we're to the flat part. We're not back to the car yet, though. We're just to the flatter part. So how long was that?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? Oh, you're going to win. I may need to twist an ankle or throw out a hip or something.
I can be back to the truck in 30 minutes. You may have to make it in your time frame.
Okay. Oh, I think this is the last curve. I think so. I can see
Parking lot?
through the trees. I think we're almost there. We did it, babe.
Yep, we did it.
High five.
Oh, I was wrong at the time.
Yeah?
I said 30 minutes. You said 25, right?
No, I said 45.
You said 25, right? You took 25 minutes. You were right.
Yes, I said 25. You're right. Of course I was right. Thanks for fostering or bolstering my
It's a big
thought.
frame.
that I'm always correct. So here's the elevation change. So I was just what you were saying, that the last time we were here, which we're trying to remember, was maybe somewhere between 7 and 10 years ago. These tracks all along here had rail cars sitting on them.
The flatbed kind that, you know, kind of flatbed. I mean, it looked like they were decommissioned, not new or anything like that. They
just nonstop. The only opening was where the park road goes through up
wherever
here.
There's a road that goes through, there was an opening.
So remember, it was open here, but they came right up to the road.
Yep.
It was just the road part here that was open, down to the boat ramp down here. Okay, that was, we were kind of like to see that again, because I mean, we were kind of interested when we decided to come down here to like see that again, because we'd never seen something like that before.
And we wanted to show you.
Yeah.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone.
Hi.
Hi.
Got the fire going. We're having Pudgy Pie iron burgers. So last time we did this, I got like actual hamburger patties, and we decided those were way too big. So this time I got those beef slider smashable things. And I think those may be the perfect size. You want me to put cheese inside still? Like a piece, break it up into,
Sure.
Try putting it inside. And then I'll season them. So when you cook hamburgers in Pudgy Pie irons, they're kind of like steamed burgers. They're not really, but we could take it out of the Pudgy Pie irons and like grill it over the fire if we want more char. But the steamed kind of burgers are juicier. If I remember right, they were pretty juicy. But I needed to season them a lot more. So I got all sorts of seasonings out here. We're going to go heavy on the seasonings. Okay? Okay. So they look pretty good. Yours even got a little bit of color on it this time. Okay.
No pink.
Oh, so mine's probably a little overcooked. You like yours with no pink. I like mine with a little pink. Hamburgers and
twisted pretzel sticks.
Ranch jalapeno. Oh. I have to recover that one. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Oh. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us today on this adventure. And we'd like to thank all of you who have subscribed. We hit 1,000 subscribers this week. You all are awesome. In the next video, we're going to look back on all the adventures we've had this past year and share a little bit of our plans for the upcoming year. We hope you all have wonderful holidays, and we'll see you in the next video.